The British Army welcomed their French counterparts to Aldershot for their annual showdown. Amongst their ranks, the returning ex-England international Simiso Rokundaguni, following his spell playing rugby across the Channel and now running out for Doncaster. The home side wasted little time before breaching the French defence. The quick feet of fullback Solo Radianarova saw him step his way to a converted try with just minutes on the clock. But the visitors hit back almost immediately. Having gained ground from the restart, the burly French forwards drove towards their hosts' try line. Quick ball and a couple of failed attempted tackles, and the French were in for an unconverted score. Keen to play at a high tempo, Army scrum half Mikey McDonald went on one of his trademark bursts. The ball was quickly sent along the line to the lurking Dylan Morris. In just his second start for his service, the speedy second row sprinted in for the Army's second converted try of the contest and put the men in red 14-5 up. By now, the Army were in the ascendancy and continued to work their way past would-be tacklers. And it was their fleet-footed line-out specialist who was catching the eye. Run, Morris, run! And he duly delivered under the posts for another converted try. With the French frustrated as they failed to break through the British barricade, they let their discipline slip. Unseen by the referee, it took the assistant referee to step in. A swinging French arm to the head of Army prop Nathaniel Titchard-Jones left the man in the middle, Tom Evans-Jones, no option but to send the culprit off for an early shower. The hosts were quick to make the most of their extra man early in the second half. Again, the ball made its way to the wing, where Imi Korowale was waiting. The former Newcastle player goose-stepped his way past his man before accelerating in for an unconverted try. With Army confidence sky high, they were prepared to run from deep inside their own half. Rokundaguni offloaded a pass to Radianarova, who in turn found Conor O'Reilly. With the crowd on their feet, they saw Morris complete his hat-trick with the pick of his tries. Trailing 33 points to 5, the French suddenly sparked into life, as for once the home side defence was found wanting. Rather like the parting of the Red Sea, the visitors exploited the yawning gap for a converted try. Unfortunately for the French, that score was just a momentary flash in the pan, and normal service quickly resumed as the resurgent Reds added a sixth try. O'Reilly buffeted his way towards his opponent's line. The ball was recycled and Oni Niagi crashed over from close range. This fixture slots in nicely for the Army ahead of the Inter-Services Championship, and hat-trick hero Morris was given pitch-side plaudits when he was replaced late on, with his hopes of now playing against the Navy and Air Force boosted by his performance. There was still time for the Army to power past a beleaguered French pack once more. Apeli Kotobalavu rumbling over the line for a converted try and help his side to a handsome 47 points to 12 victory.
Yeah, Dylan has been impressive, 5 and or 6 really, great engine. He did a really good job when he came on and started his first game against the Police back in January, and fully deserved his cap today at a start, and what a great asset he is with that engine he's got, and finished 3 great tries off. And then Rocco coming back in, which is great, back in the country now clearly after being on sojourn in France for a couple of years. I think it's the first cap since 2019, so his experience, the value he brings to the team, not just on game day clearly, but in the camps as well, is brilliant.
Earlier in the day, the British Army women eclipsed the French Army women in the first meeting between the teams. Having camped themselves close to the visitors' line, home side pressure eventually told, and French resistance was broken, and Millie Williams flopped in for a converted try. Caitlin Fraser impressed in her first capped appearance for the Army, scooting in at the corner. The winger did well to cling on to the ball before rounding the defence for an unconverted try. A third Army try early in the second half extended the home side's advantage. There was no stopping Manu Komatai as she bulldozed her way over for a 17-0 lead. The French hit back with 2 converted tries of their own, the first coming from close range. And a second score set up a tense final few minutes of the match. This time the visitors made the most of a tired Army defence, but the converted effort was the final score of the game.
Yeah, it's always good to beat the French. You know, we usually play the French Navy, so to play the French Army for the first time is a fixture we hope we can keep and maintain. So yeah, it's always a good game against the French.
So double delight for the British Army as the women and men take the spoils and enjoy confidence-boosting victories with the Inter-Services Championship looming. Julian Evans, BFBS Forces News, Aldershot. Thanks for watching. For more from BFBS Forces News, like and subscribe to our channel.